A very good evening to you. Welcome to Mugi TV News at 9. I'm Jeff Kimayu.
Well, it's a good evening and thank you for tuning in into tonight's bulletin. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe on our YouTube Mugi TV Kenya and on Facebook Mugi TV. I am Marion Mwema.
And some of the developing stories that are making headlines. Ruto defends vaccination drive.
Kenya's Sustainable Development Goals challenge persists.
And some of the stories that we are bringing out to you, and this is the desk that brings you comprehensive and informative news. Welcome to Mugi TV News. This is 9 p.m. edition. I'm Jeff Kimayu. Welcome. And President William Ruto has sternly criticized leaders opposing the government's nationwide livestock vaccination initiative, which is emphasizing its importance in safeguarding the agricultural sector. Speaking during a public address, Ruto reaffirmed that the plan aims to combat the spread of deadly livestock diseases, which have severely impacted farmers' livelihoods. He urged leaders to put aside political differences and support efforts to enhance food security and economic stability.
The president also warned against spreading misinformation about vaccination drive, stating that such actions undermine the country's progress. He reassured citizens that the program is backed by extensive research and international best practices. He said that it's not about politics, it's about protecting farmers and ensuring our country's future.
Things that we will be using are produced in Kenya by Kenyans. Kevevapi, our own institution, is going to produce these vaccines. We have one of the largest vaccine producers in Africa, in Kenya. Today we are selling vaccines to other countries. And I want to tell livestock keepers, starting from myself, because among the livestock that is going to be vaccinated is my own cattle. You know? So there is an evil spirit in Kenya that is resident in some leaders. They churn out falsehood. They oppose everything for the sake of opposing. I mean, foot and mouth disease, PPR, are diseases we have been fighting ever since I was born. It is nothing new. So anybody opposing vaccination to eliminate FMD and PPR is simply mad and unreasonable and possibly stupid. I mean, honestly, how else can you explain?
Kenya is grappling with significant challenges in achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and this is SDGs, due to limited resources. And according to a recent government report, key areas such as healthcare, education, and poverty eradication remain underfunded, stalling progress. Experts warn that unless adequate funding and innovative solutions are introduced, the country risks falling short of its 2030 targets.
And also, the resource gap has been exacerbated by mounting public debts and reduced international aid. Speaking at a development forum, planners called for public-private partnerships and global cooperation to bridge the funding gap.
Globally, we only have 17% of the targets on track. At the national level, we also have mixed results in terms of the progress on the SDGs. There are those targets which are progressing, but the issue is that those targets are not progressing fast enough to be realized at the target date. That is why we are re-emphasizing the need to actually renew our commitment and come up with initiatives that can support the acceleration towards the achievement, so that some of these targets that have stagnated or reversed, they can also now be moved forward so that we realize the SDGs by the set target.
we've been convening the civil society organizations for the voluntary national review. When the government of Kenya is volunteering, like this year, 2024, we've been also convening non-state actors under the civil society to also showcase their progress, their status, and also to complement or supplement what is already existing.
And Kenyans are turning to self-help groups to fulfill their dream of home ownership, turning away mortgages which are beyond the reach of many middle and low-income earners. The self-help groups are now using pooled members' funds to buy land and build houses for their members, making it easier for many Kenyans to own homes.
In a country with an expanding middle class and increasingly educated population seeking affordable investment opportunities, a growing number of Kenyans are opting for self-help groups in a bid to exploit economies of scale while building a nest for their retirement years. Friends of Vision is one of the institutions that have benefited.
Ifungua rasmi katika jina la Baba, la Mwana na la Roho Mtakatifu.
Almost 6 million. Nikauza gari zingine nilikuwa nazo 4 niende kubuy the project. Sijawahi pokea mzigo mpaka siku ya leo. Anatasema mbele yenu sitarajii kupokea tiba hapa na nataka kitu ninaona kwa macho. Sitaki hewa na kuhadithiwa.
Majina yangu naitwa Hosea Ojuang. Mimi ni mkaaji wa Nakuru hii na kikundi hiki ni kikundi ambacho ilianza 2018 na tulianza kwa njia chini sana. Tulikuwa na mawazo ya kwamba tumekaa katika town lakini tumekuwa na changamoto kadhaa. So tulikuwa tunatarajia kwamba tungepata pahali ambapo tunaweza ita nyumbani.
Jina langu ni Bishop Charles Ng'ang'a kutoka CFF hapa mjini Nakuru. Watu wote tungeweza kusema ya kwamba kama tunaweza kuwa waaminifu, tuwe watu wenye haki na tusidhulumu mtu yeyote. Watu wote wakiwa na moyo mzuri, hakuna mtu atalia Kenya hii. Watu wote watakuwa na amani kwa sababu tutashikana katika umoja na katika moyo safi.
Kwa majina naitwa Linet Nyamisa. Mimi ni mmoja wa kikundi cha Friends of Vision. Mimi wakati nilianza kikundi nilianza sitakumbuka mwaka vizuri lakini nimekuwa nikisave kwa mwaka moja. Alafu hiyo mwaka wa pili nimekuwa tukachukuliwa loan. Alafu kutoka hapo mwaka hiyo ingine tukalipa loan kwa miaka 2. Alafu tukaweza kujinyakulia kwa hii sehemu.
And moving on forward, more than 600 people, including widows and physically challenged persons, received food donations in Kakamega in Christmas celebrations today.
And this event was facilitated by Kakamega MCA Modesta Auka, where he was expected to launch an organization of 12 groups of women that will facilitate self-independence.
Nafahamika kama Mheshimiwa Modesta Auka, nikiwa mwakilishi wadi wa Mayakalo kwa ujumla. Siku ya leo ni siku ambayo nimeandaa ni kwa ajili ya kufanya launch ya CBO ambayo ni ya wajane kwa ujumla. Wajane ni wamama ambao wamefiwa, ni wazee ambao wamefiwa. Siku ya leo pia mimi huwa kila Krismasi huwa nafanya kazi ya kuweza kuwapatia chakula, ni kwa ajili wakati watu wanasherehekea wanasema kwamba kidogo ulichonacho basi ukapatie wengine pia wakaweze kufurahia. Hapa nimekusanya wajane pamoja na watu ambao ni walemavu, wanaishi na ulemavu, na pia katika society yetu tuko na watu ambao ni wazee wa kijiji, watu ambao wanatulinda usalama kila kuchao na hawana mshahara katu. Kwa hivyo mimi nimechukua wakati huu kuhakikisha kwamba nimewapatia Krismasi kidogo ile ambayo nimepata ili sote tuweze kufurahia. Na pia launch officially ya CBO ni ya kuwasaidia kufanya mambo ya empowerment, kuhakikisha kwamba wanajisaidia baada ya hapa mimi kuwapa Krismasi. Je, kesho watakaa vipi? Kesho watapata wapi chakula? Hii ndio mwanzo kuhakikisha kwamba wameenda kule nje na kuweza come out of their way, waweze kupata jinsi ya kuweza kujinufaisha na kupata chakula.
Thank you for watching part of Mugi TV News at 9. We are breaking for shortly. Commercially, we are coming back.
Inyune dhaduka ukigura paprika dress dugatheni kerege ni Track Sound Audio Limited mehaha ni undu waku. Aya ni edia guthi a speakers, mixers, equalizers, microphones, guitars, keyboards, haze machines, linearies, speakers, park and rides, amplifiers, drum sets na indo ingĩ nyingĩ. Me mũciĩ mũnene wa Nairobi, Luthuri Avenue, kana mwena wa Mombasa barabara-inĩ ya Haile Selassie. Nĩ ũndũ wa ũhoro makĩria mahũrĩre thimũ kũgerera 0722 755 207 kana 0799 3131. Track Sound Audio Limited. We make sound better.
Nĩ ũthumbũkĩte kũharĩria igongona rĩaku nĩguo rĩkinyanĩre. Ndũkamake rĩngĩ. JN Events marĩ haha nĩ ũndũ waku. Tũkũheaga macini ta drive racks, wireless microphones, stage fog machines, stage lights, from monitors, linearies na roadshow track. Tukoragwo Naivasha, Karai Kiroche Road. Tucerere kana uhure thimu namba 0720 394 177. JN Events, we speak your events. Ũngĩenda kuonjorithia na ithuĩ, kwanĩrĩrithia biacara yaku kana kĩmenyithia gĩa gĩkuo, tũcerere wabici-inĩ citũ Nairobi, View Park Towers, ngorofa ya 5 Wing C, kana ũhure thimũ namba 0720 394 177 kana ũtũme email kũrĩ info@mugetv.co.ke. Mugi TV, mugambo wa kwĩhokeka.
Muthi wa Jumatatu aingĩ maũtambũrĩte ta mwanjĩrĩrio wa kiumia, no gũkũ kwa Mugi TV nĩ kĩanjĩrĩria kĩomenyo na ndititimũrano thaa-inĩ cia ũteti na ũtongoria. Maya mothe nĩ thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya Mbuthi ya Ũteti. Nĩ Jumatatu thaa 1:30 o nginyagia thaa 3 hwaĩ-inĩ, ũgĩterevwo nĩ Wainaina Shake akĩinainia thingo ciothe cia ũteti na ũtongoria. Wĩra waku no gũikia mbuthi ndereti-inĩ. Nĩ o Jumatatu thaa 1:30 o nginyagia thaa 3 hwaĩ-inĩ. Mugi TV, mugambo wa kwĩhokeka.
And into the sports world, Jeremiah Nyaga Technical Institute FC from Mbeere South constituency are the winners of Embu Governors Cup first edition after beating Ajax FC from Mbeere North on post-match penalties following a 1-1 on normal time.
And the tournament that showcased talent, sportsmanship and unity across our country brought 308 teams from the 20 wards in Embu County.
Speaking after the finals held at the Moi Stadium, Embu, Governor Cecily stated that her administration has taken nurturing of sports seriously to empower the youth.
She announced that the second edition, which will be bigger, and the county government will support the teams participating in NSL and Division 2.
Position 4. Position 3.
Leo tuko hapa katika hafla ya kufanya finals za Governors Cup Embu County ambayo tulianzia katika ward level. Tukaweza kuchukua timu nne za wasichana na wavulana right from the ward level, tukaenda sub county, tukafika county siku ya leo. In total we have over 320 teams which participated kutoka kwa grassroots, na tumeweza kufika mpaka hapa na timu nne katika every sub county, coming to about 80 teams per sub county for the entire county. Na leo tumeweza kupata washindi number 1 to 4 for the county, number 1 to 4 for the sub county, number 1 to 4 for every ward.
And that is what we had for you. But before we go off, that is what we normally do. It's Christmas season, and we understand people are rushing. We understand people have different activities. Like we've seen today, Kakamega MCA are distributing food donations to people for the preparation or early preparations for Christmas festivities. And in the same note, we have to understand, or even we don't know whether your leaders have done something to surprise you during this season. But what is important is our safety, our protection, and how we handle ourselves during this Christmas season, and also when it comes to road safety. So,
and I understand that most people are traveling home this festive season, and just to conform to NTSA's rules and regulations, these people drive safely. Let them be cautious on their way home through this road, so that at least people can get home safe and they can enjoy their Christmas celebrations, right?
Yeah. And what do you think people always rush for? Because that's your home. It is on a permanent position. It's not going anywhere. They are rushing everywhere. And again, I think we need to address the issue of people involving or even engaging in drug abuse to excessive points whereby you don't understand yourself. It's like you have accumulated all your money from the start of January until 23rd, 24th of December, and you just squander that money, whereby your lifestyle, your level of living, or your health is affected by the money you've been looking so for. As we do this, we want to make sure that we create awareness when it comes to this season. It is not about rushing, because Christmas will come and go, but you have to live. Suppose you're living and you being hurt during an accident that occurred during Christmas season, and you still have to live next year. So how will your life look like? Because you wanted to spend your time well, but in a negative way, because you wanted to quote the wellness of you spending the money that you have, or even the times that you have. Because again, there are some friends who will influence you by, it's like you've not met for a very long time. So now that you're meeting, you have to celebrate mnaeka bash nyingi. So I think what they're supposed to do is that we just need to control ourselves, because we are people, and we need to know that our economy, our society will need us. We have friends who will need us. Suppose we are not there, where will our family go? Because you just wanted to waste your life because of just one day, and this one day is coming. Actually, this is Jesus' birthday. It's not you celebrating. So we have to celebrate Jesus, not you. So
and the most underlying factor this December while people travel home is that don't drink and drive.
Yeah, so if you have to drink, make sure you have a driver who will take you home. So that's what we have for you tonight. Thank you for watching this.